Alright, today I am going to give you guys a video with three figures in it. Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Soundwave by Hasbro. And this is the RED line and Robot Enhanced Design line. And this is exclusive to Walmart, which is annoying. Wish they were available everywhere, but so far they're only Walmart exclusives. Only figures that are out are these three. And here's the back of the box for the Optimus Prime figure, and you can see it comes with quite a bit of accessories. And on the side here, it shows all the accessories that you'll have included in this with this figure. And the box front art, it's right here. Shows Optimus Prime. Nice. And here's a quick look at the Megatron box. Over on this side, accessories are housed here, and then on the back, some pictures. And there's Soundwave. Here are the accessories, and the back of the box. Alright, and here we have all three figures outside of packaging. So let's go over Optimus Prime's accessories first. Matrix of Leadership, which is in there right now. He's holding on to the rifle. And then here's the axe and 4 extra hands. And as for Megatron, all the accessories are down here. We have the mace, one hand holding on to an energon cube, and then 3 extra hands. And as for Soundwave, the cassette of Laserbeak, it's already inside him. And then he's holding on to his blaster and 2 extra hands. Alright, so let us go over articulation for Optimus Prime. Head is on a ball joint, very good range of motion. He can look up quite high, look down not so much, and sideways, definitely, very good. And rotation, of course, because it is on a ball joint. So here on the back, you can see it. It's a ball pack system. And then shoulders are nice. It has an opening right here, so it doesn't impede with the articulation. The smokestacks doesn't really get in the way. There's no butterfly movement, just that he could raise his arm all the way up like that. And then there is bicep swivel. And the elbows could go over 90 degrees to be exact. And then wrists on a ball hinge joint, so it can move back and forth and rotate all the way. And let me see, that's the same with the other arm. And then as for the torso, nothing, only swivel motion right there. And then as for the legs, they're on ball joint. He could go up, not 90 degrees because it is hindered by the front right here. Then there is a thigh cut joint right there, double jointed knees, so he could bend. Let's see how far he could bend. He could bend all the way around right there. And then ankles on a, I believe it's a ball hinge joint, but it is hindered by the way the legs are cut, so it is very limited as far as range of motion. And back and forth, it's only a little bit. So that's Optimus Prime for you. I mean, he could do normal poses, but nothing dynamic though. I mean, he could do everything you think. I mean, shooting and stuff like that, but not landing pose or anything like that. Nothing that dramatic. But yeah, a good shooting pose, and you could switch out the arms for him to open up the chest to expose the matrix. You could do that, and yeah. Alright, as for Megatron, he is my favorite of the three. Head movement, I mean, he could look up a little bit, not a whole lot. The arms, kind of same with Optimus Prime, where it could go all the way up, And yeah, full rotation, so that's good, especially for the arm cannon. You do want full rotation for him to be in order to use that arm cannon to shoot people with, so that's nice. The elbows could bend 90 degrees, and that's it. Here you can see 90 degrees, and there is a bicep swivel. And wrists are same thing with the Optimus Prime. And then as for the torso, he's a little bit better. He could do ab crunch right there. Look at that. So that's neat. Megatron has a ab crunch. Not really arch back because it is hindered by the back section right here. But he could do forward motion. Quite nice. And then side skirt. These two panels can open up. And then as for the legs, same with Optimus Prime, it cannot go over it cannot go to 90 degrees, about 45 or so. And then knees, same thing, just like Optimus Prime at two points. And then ankles, same thing like Optimus Prime, it is limited as far as how far it could go. But overall, I think Megatron is the best looking one of them all. And oh, there is a swivel as well too. But it is hindered. You can see the side skirt right here. It's blocking it from moving further out. So he could only twist about that much on this side. But on the other side is a little bit better because there's no hindrance on this side. So you can rotate that waist to a greater amount than on the other side. Alright, and here we have Soundwave. The shoulder cannon, it's very loose. I mean, it's very shallow. The point of the peg system is very shallow. Look at how shallow that is. And then the peg right here. I mean, you could have it sit here, but it will fall off if you're just knocking it. It'll come right off because it's just too shallow of a hole for that peg system. Well, it's not even, and the peg system is not long enough. Okay, so as far as articulation, head is on a ball joint, same with everyone else. His range of motion is a little bit better. You could get him to look really high up actually. Yeah, his neck is a little bit longer actually than everyone else. So you can kind of see he has a little bit of a giraffe neck if you're just having him straight up. So I usually push it down a little bit and then lean it forward. So this way you can see the peg is actually at an angle. So his head is a little bit more forward. So the neck is it's not as long. But if you're having it straight up, this is how long the neck is. So I push it forward a little bit, just so it's not that annoying. And then as for the shoulders, it's a little bit different. He has a tiny bit of a butterfly right there. And then his arm can raise up about that much. And he too has bicep swivel. And this one is a little bit better. It has double jointed elbows for him to be able to get his hand onto this button right here to open up the cassette deck to expose to expose Laserbeak. So you press that and then you can open this up, and then Laserbeak is housed in here. You cannot transform Laserbeak, it's just a cassette. And so I don't know how they're gonna incorporate Laserbeak and Ravage. Are they gonna do that at all? I mean, why wouldn't you give us Laserbeak and Ravage along with this set here, along with this figure? I don't know why, but yeah, we didn't get it, so hopefully we will get it eventually. Whoa, shit, the arm is about to come off. The shoulder's a little stuck on this side. Let me see if I can fix it first. Alright, so got his shoulder to go up. It was kind of stuck. So apply a little bit of force over on the shoulder section instead of the arm, because this thing was coming off this bicep section. So now I got its arm to go up, so that's nice. And waist, just a little swivel, and that's it. You could go 360 though, that's nice. What's with the backpack? Is this a separate piece? What is this? Why is this removable? It's weird. I don't know why, but it is removable, and you could attach that back on. And then as for the legs, you could go up about same thing with everyone else, 45 degrees or so. And then the knees could bend the 2 spots. Oh god, so it could go up about that much. And the ankles, it's actually better. It's on a ball hinge joint, a very big ball hinge joint, and I mean, as far as range of motion, you can slide it outward a little bit like that. But yeah, as far as range, it's not that much either. So yeah, kind of cool. I do like these non-transforming robots. Alright, so I gave them a little bit of a posing. So here, got him using the axe, Optimus Prime. And here you could, let me focus so you guys can see the matrix of leadership in there. And it is removable, so you could take that out. And I'm mistakenly said that he could pose opening the chest. He cannot because of the elbows. It's only a single joint elbow, so he's not able to show that he's opening up the chest. He cannot do that pose, so that's unfortunate. And here I got Megatron holding on to an Energon cube. Really nice. And yeah, cube is kind of neat. And then Soundwave, of course, he's getting ready to open up his deck and to have Laserbeak help him out. But unfortunately, there's no transformed version of Laserbeak or Ravage. It would be nice if he came with those two. Then there's a purpose of him opening up the chest. Because right now there's no purpose of him opening up the chest if nothing's gonna come out as what they're supposed to. So yeah. But all 3 figures are nice. I do recommend these things. They are only $20, so they're a lot of fun. Granted that they cannot do dynamic poses, but for what they are, I think they did a fantastic job with it. And the plastic are pretty solid. Even though they are softer type of plastic, but it's not to a point where it's like any of the Hasbro, the Black Series or the Marvel Legends, where they're wobbly. Most of the joints are pretty solid because they're all cube-like, so they're a little denser, I guess. And yeah, so they're more fun to play with, I guess. And they look great. I mean, for what they are, they look very accurate to the cartoon look. And but one thing I don't like is how you could there's always a gap around the thigh area for all of them. So always a little gap there. It doesn't, I mean, granted that they did a cut joint there, but there's always a little gap you can see back there. With Megatron, there's a little gap showing. I wish they're a little bit tighter on those. Alright, and here I have all 3 of them standing next to each other, and looks like Megatron is the shortest out of the 3, and Optimus Prime and Soundwave are pretty much the same height. And here's a comparison with the NECA figure and a Black Series. You see, yeah, 6-inch. He's about the same height as a Stormtrooper, but definitely way shorter than NECA figures. And here's one more comparison. We are next to a Jazzware Halo figure, and also Mezco 112 line. So yeah, the robots are kind of small, but to be expected. I mean, if you're buying this, you know, it's a non-transforming robot, and especially with Hasbro, they're all gonna be around 6 inches or so. And here's the last comparison. I have 3 Megatrons here. Of course, that's the masterpiece Megatron. The middle 6-inch Hasbro, and then the little tiny one is, I believe, is Magic Square Megatron. So yeah, all three of them. Kind of neat to see all three like that, standing next to each other. So kind of cool. So there you have it. These are highly recommended. I do like them a lot, and they are a bit small for some of you guys, but these are non-transforming robots. Again, I'm okay with them, and they look great. And hopefully they'll create more G1 Transformers. I probably won't get any of the Beast War or anything like that, any of the other ones, because I know they show Cheetor and there was one other one. Was it RC or something? But those were from other Transformer series, so I'm not gonna get those. I'm just gonna stick with the G1s, and if they do, yeah, those are the ones I'm gonna get. So yeah, there you go. And $20, yeah, totally worth it. So there you go. Thanks for watching.